Hey guys, this is Lord Vladek here, and today we are here in the Vladek Show. So we're starting things off with Lord Vladek picking out a rap for Saturday. So Vladek Show, here we go. And the rap, I've got it here. I know what it is. Drum roll. I put the hat down. There's no cheating. And it is Eminem, Not Afraid. So, yeah guys, we're going to move back to the main video right now. So yeah, the main part of the video. I'm going to be talking about 3 video games that in my opinion are the best in 2015. I'll mention other good titles, but I'm just going to talk about the games I played because I can give my judgment on them, like my personal judgment, not anybody else's, because yeah. So the 3 games that I'm going to talk about is Star Wars Battlefront, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So, I will talk about them individually, and I'll give you a verdict at the end of which one I think is the best. So we start off with Witcher 3 as it came out the earliest. It came out in May. This game is one of the best open games I've played. It's so diverse, and there's so much to do, you can never get enough. And literally, like, there's so many side quests, like main missions are like interesting, and like you can play Gwent. Gwent is just an amazing game, and the story is basically Geralt looking for this girl called Ciri, and he knows she's in trouble. And Ciri is basically, she was trained with the witches. He encounters many monsters, like some really cool monsters, and many people that help him on his quest to find Ciri. So yeah, I'm not going to go into much more detail. Now I'll talk about what he actually represents, like what you can actually do with him. And the Witcher Geralt has something called the Witcher Senses, and it helps him to like follow scents, blood trails and footsteps. You can also use potions and oils to buff Geralt and his weapons for the task ahead. And Geralt has 2 swords, one for the humans, one for the monsters, and also he has a crossbow, throwable bombs, and signs. Like there's a couple of signs. There's magical. They're basically magical spells, so you can put enemies on fire, freeze them on the spot, or knock them down. And when on the defensive, Geralt can dash or roll away from trouble, or squeeze the left trigger to block. Basically, he is a legend. When you master all his moves and you do it really smoothly, you can easily like destroy all the opposition. And the official Xbox magazine, I quote, says, "By the game's end, we resented real life for getting in its way." Yes, it is that good. I actually feel like that myself. That's why I put this quote in, because I literally wanted to play this game all day long. It was so entertaining, and I know there's a New Game Plus, so I haven't played that yet. I'm gonna go on New Game Plus and actually go in with redo the whole thing, but have all the skills, all the weapons, everything. It is a very good game and a very long game indeed, about 80 hours total. Some of the side missions lack creativity, some of them kind of boring, but some of them like are really interesting. You got the ones where you hunt on the monsters and you get like stuff from that. I can't remember exactly. So overall, CD Projekt Red has done really well on that. So yeah, now I'm going to talk about Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I'm a great fan of the Assassin's Creed series. It's just a very entertaining, story-based game, and like we have been introduced to the Fry twins, Jacob and Evie Fry. They have quite a unique set of skills. Evie is better at stealth and Jacob is more of a hands-on guy. Like, he likes to punch and like use the brass knuckles to like knock the enemies out. And much hasn't changed throughout the series. There have been some additions into the 90th century London. We get the brass knuckles, as I mentioned, which basically have been introduced because it's like more close combat because of the street gangs and stuff. And Ubisoft thought, as it was a modern world, you can't just carry swords around. So that's when like the cane comes in, and it's got like a hidden blade inside it, which you can like take out and like combine it to like kill enemies. But you can also use it. It's got like this hook that you can use to kill enemies with as well. It's quite useful. I use it mostly with Evie, but yeah, you can use it for all of them. You can interchange between the weapons, and you can interchange between the characters, and it's good. Also, they have introduced the zipline, which is a new addition to which we haven't had in the previous Assassin's Creeds, and it's really cool. It's like if you played that Batman Arkham Knight, you just like zipline, and he would like pull himself up like quite coolly, and then you can also go from building to building, and it's just really awesome. They have also added some very bone-cracking finishers, which are very satisfying to watch, to be honest. And also the combat is quite satisfying. If you manage to take out about 8 guys, like without getting hit at all, it's so satisfying. I literally like when I achieved that, I'm like, oh my god, that was so good. Also with the stealth, when I don't get noticed at all, and I just sneak around, kill, and don't get noticed, I think it's just like amazing. Also, the missions are very, they're quite nice. There's a variety, and you meet quite a lot of historical people. I'm not going to mention their names just in case you haven't heard who they are. So yeah, overall, it's a very entertaining game. Well done, Ubisoft. And finally, the last contender is Star Wars Battlefront. This game is different to the other two, as it's mainly multiplayer, whilst the other two are single-player games. However, it is nevertheless a very exciting game. When I played it for the first day, I was so excited about the environment and all the cool characters you can play with. It got my heart racing, and I was just like, oh my god, it's Star Wars, I'm playing a Star Wars game. Literally, I was just like, oh my days. And you can play as 6 characters: Darth Vader, Boba Fett, Emperor. This is the dark side, and then you've got the light side, where Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo are, all of which have specific abilities. Darth and Luke both wield the lightsaber, and both use the Force. However, Luke uses the Force push, whilst Darth uses Force choke, and they differ in that Darth throws a lightsaber, and Luke dashes forward and like swipes. Like when he does the dash. They are the coolest guys out of the 6, in my opinion. Although Han Solo and Boba Fett are fun, as they have guns and they can like shoot from long range. And then with Boba Fett you can fly, use the jetpack and fly. And like he's a good person to like be on the vantage point and just pick out all the stormtrooper or the rebels with. And as to my least favourite, Emperor and Leia, as they can be really easily defeated if you really have to master them to actually do really well. Because Emperor, he has those like lightning things, and they're really annoying because they recharge. So if he uses it a lot, they recharge, and then you can just get easily poked by like Luke or Han Solo from the distance. Even Leia can poke him, I reckon. But in my opinion, Leia can be actually used tactfully because they have health pickups. But Leia has a shield as well, which is really useful if you put it like when nobody else can get to, and you put all your 3 heroes there. All the 3 heroes defend inside it, and they could just like Go out the shield, boom, 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 shoot. Go back. Get out the shield, boom, 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 shoot. Go back. And it basically is very tactical. And I've seen people do that really well and actually like kill all three of the other of the dark side, and all three of the heroes survive. And it's just like, wow. The gameplay is amazing, and DICE have brought in DICE and EA have brought in some cool game modes from Battlefield actually. Well, they got similarities, I'll explain in a minute, and adjusted them especially for Battlefront. So, for example, Walker Assault is like Rush in my opinion, with a bit of conquest maybe, but not really. But the AT-ATs are like the attacker's tickets. If they get destroyed, the game ends, and then the uplinks for the defenders are like the bases that they must protect if they want to win. But their objective is also to defeat the walkers. So the game is very enjoyable, and I love it very much. So overall, all of the games are worth getting and playing. It's your choice in the end. And as my final verdict, let's go from worst out of the three to the best out of the three. So, in my opinion, the worst, even though very enjoyable, is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I mean, I love Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but it doesn't live up to the other two. So, then we have, fortunately, I have to say this, but I think Battlefront is second, because it doesn't have campaign. It doesn't really. I thought it'd bring like a campaign mode into it. Like, I don't know. Oh, it does have co-op, which is sort of campaign. I don't know. I just feel like it needed like a story of like the films. Like it needed the fourth film, fifth, sixth. Like, but yeah, that's my opinion. So I think The Witcher 3 is the best one, as it has the largest open world ever made, I think, and has the awesome card game Gwent, which I love so much, and I actually got real live Gwent cards at home, which I think I did 2 videos on. So, there are also some games worth mentioning, like Black Ops 3, Fallout 4, Batman Arkham Knight, and Halo 5 Guardians, none of which made it to my top 3 because either I didn't play them or I just didn't think they matched the top 3. So, thank you guys for watching. This was Lord Vladek here. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look forward to me doing Eminem Not Afraid on Saturday. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.